in the chat. Let me know where you are tuning in from. Happy super new moon. The super new moon is this Sunday, and you have an incredible opportunity to start big new beginnings, because this is the biggest super new moon of all of 2025. And so today we are going to be connecting with this super new moon energy, because remember, every full moon, every new moon, its energy is open and peaks 3 days before and 3 days after. So for most of us all over the world, this is going to be on Sunday. The super new moon is this Sunday. And what's really fascinating is that we have 5 consecutive super new moons. And so the last super new moon we had was a total solar eclipse. And now we have this biggest super new moon of the year. And so if you are looking to start something new, whether it's a new relationship, a new project, a new venture, a new lifestyle habit, anything like that, this is the next few days to do it at. So I am excited for us to connect with this really beautiful energy of this new beginnings and manifesting, because remember, every new moon is a portal, but because this is a super new moon, it's like an extra powerful portal for new beginnings and for manifesting. So today we're going to be connecting with that energy of new beginnings, the manifesting power to send light into the earth, to send healing to the earth, and to send light to optimize the timelines for the collective. So I'm really excited about that. And I'm grateful that you're here, because the more people that we have doing this work, the faster that this evolution and shift in consciousness for our planet happens. So introduce yourself in the chat. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Happy Friday. And we do these Soul Family Fridays the last Friday of every month. We've been doing this since 2020, where we send light across the world and into the collective timelines to optimize the changes that we're moving through. And May is going to be a very intense month. My cat was just like doing some crazy stuff. So if you hear any noises, it's my cat being mischievous. So May, there's going to be a lot of timeline shifts. A lot of timelines are going to be accelerating. We're going to see events picking up in our lives, and also in the at the collective level with global events. And so what I recommend that you do is you work with this April super new moon to create alignment, to find alignment back in your life, and to really stay focused on what you actually want, because we're gonna get flooded with so many events, so much distraction, so many solar flares in May, that you don't want to get sucked into another timeline that's not in alignment with your highest good. And so work with the super new moon to prepare for May. And in May, we have Pluto going retrograde in Aquarius on May 5th. So Pluto is the planet of transformation. Pluto represents death, rebirth, alchemy. It represents power. It represents secrets. In Aquarius, we are in the golden age of Aquarius now. Aquarius represents community. It represents a uniqueness, or unique ray of light. Remember, the light goes in is white, and once the light comes out of the prism, it's fragmented into so many different rays of the rainbow. And that's what Aquarius represents. It represents that fractalization of that one energy signature into different energy signatures. So that's why you're supposed to be different. That's why now we're in the era of authenticity. That's the golden age of Aquarius. So Pluto has not been in Aquarius, or hasn't been retrograde fully in Aquarius since 200 years ago. So the last time Pluto was in Aquarius was during the Haitian Revolution, the French Revolution, and the American Revolution. It's no accident what we're seeing happening. People are taking to the streets all over the world, not just in the United States, but all over the world. And this is going to intensify with Pluto going retrograde in Aquarius. And it's no accident that this happens the day before the May 5th, the 5/5 portal. You want to add this date down. May 5 is a numerology activation. So yes, we're using the Gregorian calendar. The Gregorian calendar is a man-made artificial calendar. However, because 99.9% of the global consciousness uses this Gregorian calendar, we feel its effects because what makes up the planetary consciousness is the plant consciousness, the animal consciousness, and also the human consciousness. And as humans, we're plugged into the same calendar system. And so on May 5th, this numerology code of 5-5 is activated. And 5 represents freedom. It represents transformation and change for the purposes of freedom. What is the statistical probability of the May 5th 5-5 portal happening, or happening the day after Pluto goes retrograde in Aquarius for the first time in 200 years? Statistically, I don't know if that's ever happened before. Probably not likely. This year, there's a lot of planetary astrological activity that we've never witnessed before. So it's really exciting times that we're jumping into. It's completely a new earth that we're slowly like birthing, right? It takes time, just like when you're birthing a new relationship, birthing a new project, birthing a new human being. If you're a mother, it takes time, the period of gestation. And right now we're in this period of transformation so that humanity can change its consciousness, so that we can start to embody the fifth dimensional earth frequencies. And so it's really, really exciting times to choose to reincarnate in. And it's no accident that you chose to reincarnate right now. Hazel Hall from LA, Sophie from Hamburg, New Jersey, Lady S from Vancouver, hi Chandini from Florida, Hajar from Morocco, Yaz from Jersey, Jay from London, Huya from Istanbul, Naturopatia from Italy, hey Victoria, welcome, M. Gunn from Florida, Katz from California, Kevin from Germany, welcome, welcome. Hey, Kevin. So what we're going to do is first, we are going to cleanse our energy first, because how can we send light to the earth if we ourselves are not feeling light, if we're not feeling peaceful, clear? That's what light means. Like your head just feels clear and light. Your body feels light and clear. So first we're gonna do some energy cleansing for ourselves so that we can be in a better position to send more light into the core of the earth. Something that's really important for all of you, like as you're doing your grounding practices, it's key that you ground with the core of the earth, because the other layers of the earth have distortions. They are used for other purposes. So the other layers of the earth, they are not as pure frequency. Like, so in the core of the earth, there's a source energy, and it's just like, we look to the sky, to the divine, to connect with source energy. It's also in the heart of the earth. And it's fascinating because science is only starting to catch up to this. So science has now realized that from the core of the earth, there are neutrinos that are released. And scientists before, they only thought that neutrinos would come out of the sun. And so, the source is like above and below, as above, so below. And so that's just a key thing, because in May, you're gonna need to be very grounded, especially as we're entering Taurus season. This is the moment of stability. As the external environment is going through chaos and instability, doesn't mean you have to experience it. Choose a new path for yourself and for humanity. That's something that my guides have been telling me nonstop for the last 6 months. Like, the two words are like peace, and then the other one is like choose peace, and then like just be mindful of your choices, because with every choice we make, we choose our timelines. Hey Muso from South Africa, welcome, welcome. All right, so I'm gonna invite you to drink some water before we start. because in order for you to, just like when you go to the gym, when you're lifting weights, when you're on the treadmill, your body gets dehydrated and you need to hydrate. You also, when you're sending energy out, when you're doing energy healing, your body gets dehydrated because we're working out your energy body. So drink some water before we start so that you have the best experience and you don't end up feeling nauseous or having a headache after. Okay, so one of the things that we do in these Soul Family Fridays is like, yes, we send light to the earth, but we also work with this space where we can just connect heart to heart. That's something that Goddess Osset, Goddess Isis, who is one of my main spirit guides, shared with me. That's why we started these in 2020. We need more containers to connect heart to heart, like without any mask, without any you know, labels, without any judgments. So I want you to share in the chat what is a message that you have been receiving recently, either from your higher self, your soul, your spirit guides. What's a message, or what are the themes showing up for you? What kind of dreams are you having right now? I would love to hear that. One of the things that I was just talking about, I just jumped off of a Golden Age Alchemy Academy call, and I was sharing there that in 2020, I had this vision where I saw, you know, when there's an emergency news and the news anchor's talking, but then below there's like a bunch of text just moving below the screen explaining what happened. So in 2020, I saw that, and there were so many messages, like it was the words were moving so quickly. And in January this year, 2025, I got the same message. And so we're going to experience a lot of intensity, a lot of global changes and timeline splits, just like we experienced during COVID. So during COVID, the whole world changed, right? We all were locked in our homes, you know, businesses were closed, etc., etc. So the world changed a lot. And in May, the world is going to start to change much faster. Just like think about how much the world changed in 2020, just in that 1 year. In From starting this May onwards, the global changes are going to accelerate, and that is because we are accelerating the timelines now. You have to keep in mind that when you're vibrating at the third dimensional frequency, it's dense, so the energy moves slow. When you start to resonate at the fourth dimensional frequencies, the energy starts to move a little bit faster. When you start to resonate at fifth dimensional frequencies, you have to vibrate even faster. And so that is why there's more changes happening now, because again, we're making this transition from the third density to the fourth density to the fifth density to the sixth density and beyond. And so this is happening collectively. And so this is why things are going to accelerate very quickly. So it's really important for all of us to keep ourselves very grounded, very centered amongst the fast changes that are going to emerge in May and throughout the rest of 2025. Lady S said, my cat just puked, getting in on the purification portion. I had a dream the other night of some people burning a building down. Sophie said, woke up this morning with a dream about news talking about a new cancer that was discovered and was very deadly. Hanu 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 Azi said, greetings and peace to all. My message from Spirit: walk your path, cease judgment of yourself and others, act kindly, and remember all thoughts, feelings, and actions of yours matter very much. Meditate with Marie said, I'm here. Hello, soul family. I'm ready to amplify the high vibe energy you need. Welcome, Marie. We hold so much power. Yes, yes, we truly do. And so, yeah, keep sharing the messages that you're getting, what kind of dreams you're receiving, because a lot of the times, like when we are in the dream world, when you are in a very deep meditation, you will start to access parallel realities. And these parallel realities are sometimes our future. And so sometimes you'll get to see the future. Like many of you, I'm sure you've been having premonitions and dreams about storms, or something happens to you at work or with a family member or health. And then you end up seeing it happen in your own life in the material plane a few weeks later. Has that ever happened to you? And so that's why it's important for us to make sure that our crown chakra is very clear, so that you're receiving these messages and they're flowing constantly. Because now everything is like changing so much so quickly, and you have to be very connected to this North Star, which is your soul, your higher self, whatever word you want to use for it. So Hall said, I had a dream a couple of weeks ago that a tsunami and giant dogs coming out of the ocean, random overall, getting positive messages of choosing peace over fear and to create stability in chaos. 100%. Yeah, Hisham, yeah, I dreamt what the other day happened to me. From my higher self, the message was to expect a miracle. Um, Hanu Aziz also said, yes, I've had these tsunami dreams as well. I haven't had one in a couple months. Yes, peace over fear, creating stability over chaos, 100%. And that's what we do as alchemists, right? We're here to witness the fear. We're not gaslighting anyone for it. I mean, we're living in pretty scary times. We're not gaslighting anyone, including ourselves. But what we're doing is we are transforming the fear into empowerment. Oh, I see a tsunami. When I see like natural disasters in my dreams or wars, whatever it is, I send light to optimize those timelines for the highest good of all. So therefore, I'm not no longer like feeling disempowered or like, oh, I'm so sad that these people are witnessing that or are experiencing that. It's because here's what I can do about it, and the rest is out of my control. And so remember, as an alchemist, you're always here to transform energy from a denser expression to a more expanded expression. Not right or wrong, right? Fear is not wrong. Fear is just tight and contracted. Anxiety, anger is not right or wrong. It's just really dense and contracted. What it does to your energy field and to your physical cells in your body. And so that's why as an alchemist, you have to transmute all of that. So one of the things that I'm really excited about is like this 5-5 portal, because 5, which is on May 5th, and May 5th is a really powerful day for you to manifest freedom, because 5 represents transformation for the purposes of freedom. So how can you take a moment like during this new moon portal that's happening from Sunday until April 30th, take time to reflect on how can I create more freedom in my health? How can I create more freedom in my finances? How can I create more freedom in my relationships? How can I create more freedom in my spiritual path? So on May 5th, with the 5-5 portal, then you have clarity as to how you're going to manifest that those forms of freedoms, which look different for you than they look for me. So again, everyone has their own version of what freedom looks like, and you have to figure that out, discern that for yourself. And the easiest way to do that is by connecting with your soul, because your soul knows everything. On May 5th, take that time to manifest and start to create those types of freedom. On May 5th, I'm really excited because we are opening up enrollment for the Golden Age Alchemy Academy. So in this Golden Age Alchemy Academy, you learn how to become your own healer and psychic. So one of the biggest issues that most people have is that they doubt the messages that they're receiving. When they are talking to their higher self, their soul, their spirit guides, they tend to, maybe this happens to you, they tend to ask, Is this mine or is it my ego? Is this mine or is it like a spirit guide? And so inside the Golden Age Alchemy Academy, you actually get to practice your psychic abilities. You get to practice psychic readings in a safe space with other members in the group. Because remember, everything within the psychic world has to happen in a safe place. Just like we see manipulation happen in this 3D earth plane with like fake news and manipulation from certain groups of the population, that also happens in the fourth dimension. So the fourth dimension, there's a lot of galactic wars, a lot of distortions and all of that. And just because what you see is an angel doesn't necessarily mean it's an angel, or if you get a message doesn't necessarily mean this message is for you. It could be for the collective, or it could be for a friend. And so one of the things that you learn to do inside of the Golden Age Alchemy Academy is you learn to really harness your natural psychic abilities so you can learn to be truly confident in them and trust them, and to expand them so they are enhanced and fine-tuned so that you receive clarity. So I've been using my psychic abilities to plan my move to Thailand. I'm moving in the next few weeks, and I'm like always asking, like, is this the best flight for me to take? Because I'm taking my cat and my 2 German shepherds, and they're massive. And so this is how I'm using my psychic abilities to live my life with more ease. Like, when is it the most optimal time to move to Thailand? So these are all the things that I'm asking. And I don't just ask my soul, I also ask my future most evolved self, because the soul is the spiritual version. It knows everything across time and space. However, we are reincarnated in the material plane. If you want to be balanced in the material plane, you have to learn how to be in harmony with the etheric aspect of you, your soul, your energy body, and also with the physical body. And so that's why in the Golden Age Alchemy Academy, we connect with the future most evolved version of you as a soul, but also as a human, your ego, your personality, because this is what allows you to live with harmony, with peace in the material plane and then the etheric planes. So this academy is truly a place where you learn to fine-tune your psychic abilities so that you can make your life more easier, and so that you can learn how to also access your own past lives, your future lives, because you don't need me or another psychic to be like, hey, you were so and so in a past life. No, I want you to be able to do that yourself, because that's more sustainable. And inside of the academy, you also learn how to become one with fire, with water, air and earth and ether, so you can learn how to master the elements so that you can create balance inside of you. So you can, because the fire governs your vitality, whether you feel motivated to do things. Water governs your emotion, whether you're too emotional or you're not allowing your emotions to flow enough. Air governs your mental abilities, and earth governs your groundedness, your physical body and health. And so when you learn to balance all of those, you end up balancing your electromagnetic energy. This is exactly how the ancient Egyptians turned rocks into gold. They work with the atomic structure of the rocks to transform those waves of electromagnetic waves into gold. So that's how they did it, using alchemy. And if you want to learn how to master your energy, how to practice elemental alchemy with elements, I invite you to check out the Golden Age Alchemy Academy. We only open enrollment 4 times a year. Enrollment is opening on May 5th, and then it's only open for a few days. The next round of enrollment won't be until August, because again, I'm moving across the world. So yeah, I'd love to read your application, and it'd be an honor to help you return to your power and align with your highest timeline and potential. So Christina said, I choose freedom and peace. Yes, so be it and so it is for all of us, for all beings across the realms. So drink some water. We're going to start the meditation. Hey, for those of you on Instagram, join us on YouTube. The YouTube link is in my stories. So I will see you on YouTube real soon. Okay, so drink some water before we start. Thanks. And Victoria just added the link to apply to the Golden Age Alchemy Academy in the chat. It's also in the description of this video. And if you have any questions about it, you can also just drop a comment as well. All right, so first we're going to cleanse our energy, and then we're going to send light into the core of the earth. So one of our roles here is not to dictate what the world, what the right earth is supposed to look like, what the right world is supposed to look like, because there are different sets of karmic cycles. And that's why one of the things happening right now, the things are supposed to be happening in the way that they're supposed to be happening because of karmic cycles that have been happening on this earth for many, 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 many thousands of years. So what we're going to do is we're going to move into a neutral space. So we're not going to see natural disasters as bad, because sometimes natural disasters, they're actually there to cleanse energy. Not just like, water, for example, it cleanses, obviously, but also cleansing the trauma that the land is holding, for example. And so I know sometimes tsunamis like create a lot of destruction, but they also create a lot of cleansing. And so our role here is not to judge things as good or bad, but rather what we're going to do is we're going to send love to the earth. We're going to send light to the earth, because the earth has to deal with all of our intensity. Think about all of the wars happening in the Middle East, in Africa, in Europe. These wars, there's also wars happening in the oceans. Like there's sound frequencies that the militaries are using. And so the waters, the soils, the earth, she's processing a lot of heaviness, a lot of violence. And even sometimes when you get stressed or when you get angry, like the earth absorbs that, because you are on the earth and the earth is feeling your frequency. And so as we're sending light into the earth, just send it with no agenda, with no like, oh, so that wars stop, or like so that this thing happens. We're just going to allow this divine light to flow from within us, because we're all divine, right? We come from one source. All the religions say that, like it's we come from that one source. They're all saying the same thing in different words. Basically, that's the religions. So you don't need to look at the screen anymore. So I'm going to invite you to sit in a comfortable position. So ideally, if you could sit in a lotus position, that's great, because then your body mimics a pyramid. And I'm checking, I don't have any pyramids in here, but basically a pyramid is the foundational geometric structure of everything in this universe. And when you are able to sit in this, like in a lotus position with your legs crossed, you mimic a pyramid. And pyramids are there to channel and to amplify energy. That's why we have pyramids, not just in Egypt, but in Antarctica, underneath the oceans, in China, literally everywhere in the world. That's why we have pyramids. So what you're going to do is, yes, we're going to light our candles. I totally forgot about that. Thanks for reminding me. Yes, we're going to light our candles together. So when you're lighting your candle, you're going to hold 3 intentions. The first one is to light this for yourself. You can't put an oxygen mask on someone else. You have to put it on yourself first. So to bring more light into your new path. Again, happy super new moon. The biggest new moon happens on Sunday. So to bring more light into this new cycle you're entering, the second intention is to light this for all of us watching this here right now, in this present moment, in the past, and in the future. And the last intention is to light this for all of the beings on earth. All right, so go ahead and light your candle with those 3 intentions. If you don't have a candle, don't worry, I will light a candle for you. And my cat Kuno is right here, so he's joining our meditation. He's so cute. He's cute until he gets hungry and then he'll attack me. Okay, so drink some water. Make sure you're hydrated before we start. Okay. And if you want to hold a crystal, you can hold a crystal in your left hand. The left side of the body is for receiving and the right side of the body is for giving. So right now we want to receive energy, and then when we start to send energy to the earth, we'll switch our crystals to the right hand. So we're sending light to the earth. All right, so you don't need to look at the screen anymore. Go ahead and close your eyes. Place your hands on your heart. Take a deep belly breath in. Hold. And gently exhale out, sighing out through your mouth. Breathing in for 5 counts. Hold. And gently exhale out through your mouth, making a sound. Ha. Now take the deepest breath you've taken all month. Breathe in. Hold. And now make all of your body really tight. Tighten up all of your body, the muscles. Clench your face, clench your fingers, clench your shoulders, clench your jaw. Tight, tight, tight. And sigh out, make a sound. Ha. And just for these next few minutes, make a commitment to be fully present here. Gift yourself this moment of awareness and presence. As you're focusing on your heart space, take some time to send yourself some love. Send yourself love, because you don't need to do anything. You don't need to perform, you don't need to act. You are worthy of love. And breathe that love into your heart. And now send some love into your body. Take a deep breath and send a flow of love. As you exhale out, send that love to every cell in your body. Thanking your body for carrying you through the marathon of 2025, which feels like it's been 5 years. We're not even in the 5th month yet. And just breathe that love into your body. Gratitude. And as you're focused on your heart space, take a moment to send love and feel the love for all of the Earth guardians. It was Earth Day this week. But the guardians of the Earth have been protecting the Earth, caretaking the Earth for hundreds of millions of years. And take a moment right now to give them gratitude for their commitment. It takes so much love to honor those contracts. And now as you focus on your heart space, we're going to take a moment to chant Om. You can chant something different. Om is a frequency that cleanses and harmonizes. As you're chanting Om, place your crystal near your mouth to cleanse and harmonize your crystal. And as you're chanting, hold the intention that you're cleansing and harmonizing the room that you're in and your own energy field. Breathing in. And feeling that stillness, feeling this flow of presence and awareness. You can allow your palms to face upwards, or you can keep your hands on your heart. And make sure that you're holding your crystal in your left hand if you are holding a crystal. And you're going to visualize that you are sitting inside of a beautiful golden pyramid of light. And as you feel this pyramid surrounding you, you can sense it, you can feel it, you can know that it's there, you can see it. Hold the intention that only energy that is in total alignment with your highest good can come in through your pyramid. You have this power to assert and create this sacred space. And breathe out all distortions, all energy you picked up to the outside of your pyramid. With your breath, move it to the outside. And now you're going to move your head like a wave or like a snake up and down your spine. There's a dormant serpent energy. It's known as the Kundalini energy. And what we're doing right now is we're just lubricating our spines. So move your head from side to side, or however your body wants to move. But right now, just give your spine a massage. Send the breath into the spine. And breathing out all stuck energy that you're carrying. And now you can feel from the bottom of your root chakra or your feet, roots emerging. And they are connecting with the core of the earth. As you connect with the core of the earth, send the earth your love. Tell her happy birthday, because it was Earth Day. And she's like, it's always my birthday. And just send your love and gratitude to the earth, its core. And as you start to send this frequency, you start to see a giant tree emerging from the core of the earth. And this is the tree of life. And you send your consciousness up the tree, and as you sit on one of the branches, you find a perfect branch, and it's the perfect size, texture for you. It's like it was made just for you. As you get comfortable and sit here, you start to see all of the other beings of light sitting in this tree. And that is all of your soul family. You did not reincarnate alone. We reincarnate in soul groups. And take a moment to just feel the love from your soul family. And as you feel their love, send that love back into our circle. And in the center of the tree, you see a miniature version of the earth appear. And this is our earth, our 3D earth. And now, from the top, you see a beautiful platinum light flowing, like a pillar of light flowing with diamond sparkles or stars of this divine cosmic energy flowing into the earth. And as you see this color light, hold the intention and feel that this light is optimizing our earth, clearing out all distortions across the different layers of the earth. You can see the light penetrating all of the layers now, gently removing distortions. And all of that gray gunk is returning back to God, Source, Spirit, Creation to be transmuted. And now you start to see this light spiral around the earth. Just like we have a Kundalini energy, the spiraling snake from the bottom of the root chakra up to the crown, Mother Earth also has this. And now you see this platinum light spiraling around the earth, healing, rebalancing, recalibrating all of the energy lines of the earth. See that light infusing all of this. And see this penetrating into the waters of our planet. Clearing all the distortions. And now move your crystal into your right hand. And just keep sending this beautiful intention infused into the platinum light to optimize all of the energy lines, the Kundalini energy of our planet. And it's like an electrical grid lights up. And now you see that grid, you can feel it vibrate. And it's emitting pulsations into the atmosphere of the earth. And now breathe this platinum light, optimizing light, into the atmosphere of the earth to optimize the earth's atmospheres across time, space, and all dimensions. Now, as you do this, you kind of see like fireworks emerging from the earth. And these fireworks are like lines of energy, so many of them. And these are all of the earth potentials. These are all the timelines for the earth. And working with this super new moon energy of new beginnings, in your heart space, take a moment right now to feel the harmony. Knowing that a new earth, a new way of living as a human, as a consciousness on this planet is completely changing. We're entering the age of frequency. And you feel that harmony in your heart, in your essence. Knowing that's exactly why you were born in these times. It's a deep soul knowingness. Feel that peace in your heart, in your essence. And now send that into the timelines of the earth. Sending that in emotion, intention, and that platinum light to optimize the timelines for the earth. And to optimize, now hold the intention as you send this platinum light to optimize the timelines for the highest good of all beings on this planet. And you can see certain timelines now start to dance with one another. That's because Mother Earth has her own timelines and the collective of humanity has their own timelines. When we can create harmony between these timelines, that's what heaven on earth looks like for humans. And feel joy now for these new possibilities that are awakening. You're already seeing it on the news with new technologies that are creating plastics that dissolve themselves, with machines that clean up the ocean, with new education systems where we're learning to respect one another and we're learning to respect other species and Mother Earth, with new economic systems that honor one another and honor the earth, with new political systems that treat everyone on this planet with dignity and treats our planet with dignity. And feel that joy, because these projects, these ideas, they're already being materialized. You know this with all the startups, with all the inventions from the dragon children, crystal children being born right now. So send that joy into the timelines. And now you can see a beautiful rainbow light coming from the new earth into our 3D earth, creating this beautiful bridge of consciousness. And hold the choice in your heart to choose that this evolution of consciousness from 3rd dimension to 5th dimension flows with grace, with harmony. When you choose that for yourself, you show humanity a new way of evolving. It doesn't have to happen only through destruction of the old earth, of the old systems. And you feel that soul wisdom deep within. You feel that truth. And now you can see the rainbow bridge expand like a huge highway, sending this feeling of empowerment into the bridge. And let's send this beautiful platinum light to all of the mountains. Because the mountains, our sacred grandparents, they're the ancestors. They're already in the new earth grid. And we're just thanking them now for showing us the path towards this new earth, towards this new way of living, and asking them for the strength of the mountains, the wisdom of the mountains, so we may make the right choices to walk that path with grace and harmony. For all beings on earth, so be it and so it is. Feeling centered, grounded. Now send this feeling into the core of Mother Earth. Thank her for nourishing you, for holding you. Now you hold her with your feeling of empowerment and harmony. And now you see this beautiful crystalline grid all over the earth. Thanking all of the crystal masters, the elementals, the crystal beings, for all of their support, seen and unseen. And now you're going to keep your eyes closed. You're going to rub your palms together. Bring your awareness back into your body. Keep your eyes closed. Now place your hands on top of your eyes once you feel the warmth in your palms. And breathe in all of the optimizing light and energy into your pineal gland, your crown, your soul star chakra, your heart, your throat, into all aspects of your essence. Now place your hands on your heart and think about one person that you want to share this healing with. Hold them in your heart and share this with them. And whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes. And make sure you drink some water. That's very, very important. Make sure you drink more water than you normally do over the next 3 days. It's really, really important to make sure you integrate, because even when we witness the crystalline, let me know in the chat if you saw the crystalline grid around the earth. Even when we witness that, maybe your clairvoyance is not open up, maybe you felt it, or maybe you just knew that it was there, that knowingness. You can let me know in the chat, like when you even like know that it's there, you feel it, or you see it, or you hear the vibrations of that crystalline grid. You witnessing that is already you receiving those activations. But when you receive the activations, you have to make sure you hold them. Otherwise, they will kind of disappear and evaporate. So the way to hold them is by holding your frequency in this space that you're feeling right now, which is most likely aligned, peaceful, centered, calm. And by making sure that your cells are hydrated, because it's like electric firing of your neurons that happens when we witness these events. Even if you don't see it, if you could feel it, know that you saw the crystalline grid. It's like that activation is already interacting with your own energy field, so you need to drink more water to make sure you keep those activations and they integrate fully and smoothly. Yes, I saw it. Yes, so beautiful. Both me, so much peace. It felt more like a bass boost. Um, Thank you for this beautiful meditation again. You're welcome. It very much like a disco. Yeah, right. These things just look so beautiful, and sometimes it's hard to describe them, because like sometimes I see colors that I've never seen on this planet. It's like, how do I communicate this? Because human language is just so limited. And yes, I saw it and felt it. So listen to this again. This is going to be a very different experience the next time that you listen to it. And remember, stay hydrated. Listen to this on Sunday, on the super new moon day, because that's going to help you a lot to keep like integrating the activations. And I would love to read your application for the Golden Age Alchemy Academy. You know, this is just like a very small like fractal of what we do inside of the Golden Age Alchemy Academy. Actually today, we have our group calls on Fridays, and we actually connected and journeyed to the new earth, and we were connecting our frequency, harmonizing our frequency with the new earth, and it was really beautiful and expansive. We do so many different types of things inside the academy, not just practicing psychic abilities, but also we astral project to Mars when there was the retrograde, so we would reduce the effects of the retrograde on us, because you can practice alchemy with anything, like even with the planets, because just because you were born with a specific birth chart in this reincarnation, in your most recent reincarnation you had a different birth chart. So that means that you need to harmonize your energy with Mars beyond this lifetime. And so what we do is we use the elements to transmute any distortion. So we work with fire, water, air, and earth, and ether to do that. That way we're not being affected by the planets, because sometimes like when you're feeling chaotic or anxious or angry, it's not necessarily only your fault, but remember we have these huge cosmic bodies influencing us, and that is my favorite thing about this academy is that you honestly learn to live with so much peace, with more ease in your life. I am moving across the world in the next few weeks, but honestly, I am more peaceful now than I was a year ago. And I'm a recovering perfectionist, like control freak. So it's a very big shift, not just in my life, but I've seen this happen with so many of our members. We decided to make this move. We were planning to move in the fall, in October, September, but for the equinox portal in March, we had a ceremony inside of the Golden Age Alchemy Academy where we connected with our future most evolved self. And I asked that version of me, I asked them, when is the most optimal time to move to Thailand? And they told me April. And that was kind of like a shocker because we were planning to move in the fall. And yeah, now we're doing it. Like, we're moving our whole family all the way across the world in 2 months. There's a lot of things that we're doing. And yes, of course, you know, it's stressful to deal with those things, but it's stress that doesn't linger in my mind. It's stress that doesn't linger in my consciousness. Like, me and my wife, honey, like, we've still been very peaceful, very loving. Our relationship's really healthy. My physical body's very healthy, even though there's a lot of stress happening with this move. Just so many logistics, especially because we're trying to ship out 2 huge dogs. So our boy, Nirvana, he weighed 94 pounds and we could not ship him on the plane. So that was super stressful because he's our fur baby. He's only like 1.5. And so we got him on the diet. Now he's down at 88. And so, you know, there's like a lot of, like, I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of like logistical stress with moving our animals. Like, I think that's the biggest source of stress for us. But now, like, you know, my wife asked, she asked her future most evolved self, what's the most optimal airline to fly with, because we're trying to fly to Thailand, like, and it's a very long flight, and certain airlines, they won't allow you to fly with your dog if your dog and the crate are over 100 pounds. And so we cannot fly with all the airlines because he just doesn't meet the requirements. And so instead of us, like, you know, wasting times researching it, which I did at first, but then I was like, oh wait, let's just use this technique. When she asked, she got the name of the airline, and now, like, we're gonna be using that airline because that airline, their requirements is not 100 pounds like most airlines. It's actually 165 pounds. So now our boy doesn't have to be on such a strict diet. It was really sad because he was like licking the floor, and it was like heartbreaking as a mother. It was so hard to witness, but now everything's falling into place. We got a really kind stranger to help us to fill out the paperwork to import our fur babies to Thailand. And yeah, like, it was like, you know, some random stranger that came into our life. But yeah, a lot of like ease and flowing, and everything's just falling into place. And that's just what happens, you know, like, when you start to work with energy makes up everything. And so when you learn to master energy, you can learn to have fun and create magic in your physical world. So I would love to see you practice alchemy in your daily life, in your relationships, in your health, in your career, in your finances, so that you can live the life of abundance and joy and freedom that you deserve. And if you want to apply to the Golden Age Alchemy Academy, we are opening up enrollment May 5th, but you can already start to apply now. Victoria put the link in the chat. It's also in the description of this video, and I cannot wait to read your application and officially welcome you inside of the academy. It's honestly like a very accelerated path to evolution, because when you focus on the right things, you just need little shifts, and then things just really start to take off. Just like I'm moving across the world in 2 months, so unexpected, but that's what quantum shifts are about. You know, they're roller coaster rides, but if we learn to ride the roller coaster ride with alchemy and transmuting it using the universal laws, you can learn to enjoy the roller coaster ride and have fun with it, and maintain a graceful, easy life rather than getting sucked into the chaos. So yeah, I can't wait to welcome you into the academy, and I hope you all have an incredible super new moon. Much love, alchemists. Bye.